Number one, what would the next 20 years of my life look like if I make this switch and pursue my dreams, regardless of the next 1 year of my life, which is completely going to be impossible to survive, no monthly upkeeps. And at the end of the day, I realized the dream. And comparing that to what would the next 2 years of my life look like if I stay at the job as a fitness instructor. I know it's a beautiful job. I mean no offense to you fitness instructors out there seeing this video. It was just me, okay? Just what I want. This is my life. Hey everyone, it feels good to be back. I've been away for such a long time, and I can't just come back and act as though we never had plans and we never had expectations and goals we wanted to meet, especially the gift card AMA session. And so the purpose of this video is to sort of give you guys a closure and an understanding, and I hope you guys will forgive me for the time being away for, right? And so it all started back in 2022. I was a fitness instructor, and while I was a fitness instructor, all of a sudden I just lost interest completely. I lost excitement, and I just wanted more. I just wanted more challenges. I just wanted to do more things, right? Because I believed for me, being in the technical space was actually what I actually wanted. And so I had to resign. I left the job upon considerations, which we'll touch upon much more later in the course of the video. And then I got into a software engineering scholarship with ALX. I'm sure you guys know who ALX are, the software engineering company, and that's what they do. They train Africans like myself, like you, if you're interested. And so shortly after I got into the ALX internship, I decided to travel back home to be with my mom, to spend quality time with her. And while I was home and preparing for the gift card AMA session, something happened. Life got in the way. My mom got ill, and as you would probably guess, I had to put everything I was doing at the time on hold just so that I could take care of the home. And at the time, I was, thankful that I am not officially obligated to any organizations. The only thing I had going on was you guys, YouTube, the gift card business, and of course the software engineering business. And that was what was going on. The honest truth is, it is highly, very uncomfortable sharing this right now, because this is something really personal to me, but regardless, I owe you guys closure as to why I was away. The most striking thing is, while all of this was happening, I noticed that the channel kept gaining subscribers. And guys, listen, I am grateful. Thank you guys for all of that. While I was at that point, I lost interest about being online and doing stuffs on the internet. I just wanted to be in that quiet place where it was just me, isolated, you would say. But yeah, that was what was happening. But regardless, in that post, I actually still kept contact with a few friends of mine, and all the more had to, try to stay in touch with the software engineering internship with ALX. A lot definitely happened to me, guys, and my perspective, I must tell you the truth, my perspective to life actually changed, okay? It drew me closer to God. It drew me closer to my mom. I connected with her in ways I never even had before. And so thanks to God, while in that experience, I had another opportunity to resume at a role which I've always wanted to be in. And so finally, it was really easy for me to reach the decision to sort of take on the return trip to resume my role, because the home was a lot better. I was much more confident about leaving home. Unfortunately, I couldn't really pick up from where I left off, based on what we're doing before, the gift preparations for the gift card AMA sessions, overworks in general. And the reason was because there was just so much to catch up on. I had to get into the place for the role. I had to, get in tune with some certifications, exposures to developer related concepts. Most of these things were just going on, and guys, believe me, it was a lot. Even though I kept thinking about you guys, it was just really difficult to sort of pick up from where we left off, even though I still try to put out some videos on the channel just to keep the content creator fire going on. Guys, I truly honestly could not sustain that fire. Yeah, so actually when I had to sit back and and think about the whole thing, I realized that it was even much more better to take the time off for a couple of reasons. Number one was I realized that content creators in my niche, most of them lie a lot. Quite a number of them actually have real results, and the ones that have real results are the guys that have actually put in the time. And so I really did not want to follow the track of lying to you guys just to get views and of course get subscribers. And then the other reason was I realized that it was going to take forever for just an average guy to build a stable source of income based off of the means that are shown on these channels. And thinking about these things was really mind-boggling to me, because first of all, it's dishonest. Secondly, you can't just keep people hanging on false hopes just so that you could find a way to change your life. It wasn't really practical for me. And also, I know this for a fact because I've actually interacted with some of you from the community. These are people that want actual change, looking for ways to change their life, and some of you have families depending on you, and so you actually need something more lucrative, more rewarding, much more enduring. And so most of these things that I thought about, I was like, okay, you know what, I'm going to take the time off, I'm going to rebrand myself, I'm going to get more experiences, get new skill sets, and so that when I come back to the channel, there is much more adventures to talk about, and there will be a much more solid path that I could show you guys, because I have done it with my life as well. I was able to go from a fitness instructor and switch into the technical niche. Now understand, back in school I studied computer engineering, so you can understand that this is where I've always wanted to be, and so I had to go through that phase in life just to get to this point, enough so that I could share all of these experiences and impact you with all of that knowledge. So when I thought about these reasons, I decided to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to take the time off, I'm going to get new skills, I'm going to rebrand myself, and then I'm going to come back to the channel and share all of these goals with you. But then something happened. I said, okay, let me wait for the perfect time. But when I thought about that, it really didn't make sense, because for a number of reasons, there is nothing called the perfect time. First of all, what if it never went according to my plan? Secondly, what if I could share you guys these informations and you get to take these informations and change your life, and you start really early? And then of course the third point was, the thing about perfect timing is it doesn't really exist, guys. Perfect timing doesn't exist. Take for instance, I started this channel, I never had nothing. I just started because I needed to start, and I had to upgrade and to go. This video you're seeing right now, this thing I'm talking about me making the move, I plan to give you guys a lot more in the future when I am in a much more stable place in my career. But then I realized there's nothing called perfect. It makes all the sense in the world to bring this information to you guys now, so that we all could grow together. Listen, I am just like you. You're just like me. The only difference is you are the one watching this video, and this video right now, you can also make it, right? So when I thought about these things, I decided to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to do this. I have made the move, I have the experience, my life has changed, I'm going to tell you people about it. So just to recap, the three reasons why I decided to stay away from the channel was, number one, life got in the way. Number two, I got into a new role, and I just needed to acquaint myself with that new role. I mean, it's a switch from what I've been doing over the years. And then of course the last one was I needed to gain new skill sets, I needed to gain new experiences, I needed to just rebrand myself, and so I could bring all of that to you and tell you about it and show you the same plan. And if you want the same thing, you can make it happen for yourself. And so yeah, finally I found the spark. Finally I found my fire. It was time to come back on the channel, and so that's why I was here. I made it back, guys. Thank you so much. However, here is the main message of this video. Number one, I want to thank you guys so much, because during the time away, some of you reached out to me. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for doing that. Number two, whatever it is you want to do, if you have decided to do this thing, my advice to you is get at it. You don't have to wait 1 second, you don't have to wait an extra time, you don't have to wait for the stars to align in your favor, because listen, if you start, date as you go, provided you have begun. That's all you need. Waiting for the perfect time, it doesn't really exist. And now 2023 is coming to an end, and think back all the time you said, I want to wait for this to happen, I want to wait for that to happen. The question is, did it really happen? The answer is clearly before you, so. And then the last thing is, you have to understand that to make a long lasting change to your life, right, it takes time and commitment, and that's not something most of these 5 minutes videos, 10 minutes videos will give you. Okay, this, click this to watch that, do this to do that, fine, those could get you by. But when you talk about the long term, it's not going to. You actually need something solid. You need skills that are sellable, that will help you network with forces out there that could create this snowball effect and change change your life. And thankfully I did it. Thanks to God. Now you will hear me mention God most of the time in this video. You've heard me mention God more than a dozen times. Okay, the truth is I believe in God, right? And he actually saw me through those days of uncertainties, those days where I was completely isolated and cut off. I lost interest in the social media and everything. I just wanted to be alone. He saw me through those phases, and I also believe that working hard is a way to prove my sincerity of trust in him, and thankfully it's been working so far so good. So here is the last consideration that I considered in order to make the switch. I thought to myself, number one, what would the next 20 years of my life look like if I make this switch and pursue my dreams, regardless of the next 1 year of my life, which is completely going to be impossible to survive, no monthly upkeeps. And at the end of the day, I realized the dream, and comparing that to what would the next 2 years of my life look like if I stay at the job as a fitness instructor. I know it's a beautiful job. I mean no offense to you fitness instructors out there seeing this video. It was just me, okay, just what I want. This is my life, right? If I stay at this job and I ignore the pull, the calling, the timing to switch and make this move because of the uncertainties and fears of the unknown, what would that look like for me in the next 2 years? I realized that I was going to live a very, very sad life. And so I decided to put in the resignation letter. It made all the sense in the world. Even though there were going to be, immediate coming months full of uncertainties, I could see a brighter future because I just knew that at the end of the tunnel there is something waiting for me, and so I have to just see it through. And thanks to God, he made it happen for me as I wanted. And so this is the message that I bring to you guys. All right, if you want to change your life, if you want to see something lasting, it goes beyond the 10 minutes, it goes beyond the 5 minutes videos that you're watching. Click this, see that. I mean no offense to anyone. I'm just telling you that you need stability. You need financial stability, and to get financial stability, you need to commit yourself to rebranding yourself, because that's what I did, okay? And that's what I'm sharing with you now in the video. And so guys, with all of the above mentioned, it is my humble privilege to announce here to you guys live on this video that we will be having the gift card AMA session come 29th of December. Okay, I'm sorry, 30th of December, which is the last Saturday of December before we cross into 2024. Now, why am I doing this? First of all, it's completely free, and I'm doing this to give all of that knowledge. Look, that's where I started, okay, and I grew. And then the interesting fact is the gift card business is something that I really want to do, and I want to evolve in the ways that I'm doing that, and that's why I had to take the journeys. A lot of the things that I've done in the past, I will be taking them again in the future, but now in a much more better finance, better planned, and much more network way. All right, so I want to give all that knowledge to you guys. Okay, I don't know where you are right now seeing this video. Probably you're trying to, you're just getting into this game. Okay, probably you just started and you like the framework of working on the internet. Look, you want to have soft skills. Look, I am so grateful because this guy has been through experiences that has prepared him to be in the position to share all of this with you. And that's what I want to do. I want to give it all to you guys for free. I'm not charging. It's going to be a live call. I'll be putting out more information to the gift card AMA session in the community post. You're going to see that flyer. And when you do, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would recommend that you subscribe. Turn on the bell notifications so you guys don't miss that knowledge sharing session. Once again, guys, I am so blessed to have you guys. You guys never dropped out. The channel kept increasing. I know this because I kept viewing the stats and the analytics backstage. Thank you, and I'll see you guys again. Bye.